Hello and welcome to ReginaldESQ. I'm Underhook, and right now we're going to look at a game of completing mission 15 to get the Stug IV, mission 15 for the SPG mission. So the SPG mission is down the bottom. Mission 15, here it is what do we have to do? We have to be among the top 3 players on our team by experience earned and damage caused, and we have to cause at least 2,000 hit points of damage. That's very hard to do in artillery because you can do 2,000 damage in a higher tier artillery, but to be in the top 3 players is really hard because you're not doing your own spotting. But let's have a look at a game where I managed to do it. So if you're having trouble doing it, you can maybe say, well, that's how you do it. So we're in a tier 6 artillery. Yes, the famous British FV304, and it's a tier 8 game, I believe. Now, I had actually, probably as some of you have, I had actually given up on completing mission 15 for the SPG. I've been using my tier 10 Conqueror gun carrier, which is incredibly inaccurate, and not having much luck, so I gave up on it. And I just decided to play a game in this for fun, because I really don't have fun in the Conqueror gun carrier, but I do have fun in this. And lo and behold, I just fluked it and I completed mission 15. So with the Conqueror gun carrier, sure, it's not that hard to do more than 2,000 damage, but to finish in the top 10 is really hard, because artillery, as always, you don't earn much XP because you're trying to you can't see what you're shooting, so you never get full damage for the damage you do. Now here, I spot in this bush a lot, so I decided just to target it and shoot the bush, and then as you see, the ELC AMX comes out and he backs into my shot again. So that was pretty lucky, and our idea was right, shooting at that bush. Now you can see I'm at my maximum range there, so I decided to move up closer. Fantastic TD this if you've never had it. It's not TD, sorry, SPG. It's probably the least SPG like of all the SPGs. You kind of the gun has a maximum range of 500 meters, so you can't go too far away from the battle, and it has a very rapid firing gun, so it's not as boring as some of the artillery, and it's quite accurate too, which is also quite different to most of the artillery. The trade-off is, of course, you have to get fairly close, so you risk getting spotted, but it does have fantastic camouflage, and it's very fast in a straight line. Oop, I already shot at that other thing because I thought he was still there, but it doesn't matter. It reloads so quickly, this gun for an artillery, that it's not a big problem. Even though they did nerf this tank a few patches ago, I think they reduced its reload, or increased its reload speed, stuffed around with the traverse a little bit. Now you can see those tanks there were too far away. I apologise for it. There seems to be a bit of a replay bug where it's just jumping every now and then a little bit. Anyway, we've got to move again to get closer. This thing can shoot in a very high arc, so it can shoot over obstacles, so you don't have to worry about parking, near houses, as long as you give a bit of a gap. Now, it looks like I haven't done much damage yet. I've only got one hit that we know about for 74 damage, so how do I get the 2,000? Well, I'm in luck. There are French tanks in the game, and French tanks have very little armor. So that's a French ARL-44 tier 6 heavy tank. We've tracked him, and the great thing about this particular artillery is, unless they use a repair kit, it can fire before their tracks get up. This time we do a massive 413 of damage. Just love French tanks when you've got artillery. French tanks and Japanese tanks are made for artillery to hit. And you can see there we've finished the tank off. He would have been spewing. He never got to move again. And that's the thing, and why everyone hates this piece of artillery, the FV304, because it can actually pin you down. If you don't have a repair kit, or you've used up your repair kits, we just tracked him. Once they're tracked, if you don't have a repair kit, you can't get away and you just get killed. Now, he's at maximum range, as you can see, and our friendly tank there rams him. I was worried about hitting our friendly, but I don't have to worry about it now because he killed himself. But as you can see, this tank's in a lot of trouble. He's still pinned, and even though he's got, that tank in front protecting his tank from frontal attack, there's nothing he can do about us, and a lot of the time our shots hitting him from the side will be tracking him with HE ammunition. Now, I only use standard ammunition for the whole game, but then again, with this tank, you only get standard ammunition. There is no premium ammunition available for this tank, so it's just the standard HE ammunition. Whoa, I shouldn't have driven over that. Probably give away my position. I see over here there's a tank on the other side. Looks like because the side we're on is pretty much cleaned up. Everyone seems to be heading to cap. We've done 1,286 damage we know about, and another French tank. Yummy, yummy, yummy. We fire. 399. That's very good damage for this little tier 6 artillery. Almost, that probably fully penetrated, I'd say, on the engine deck. See if we can get another on the engine deck. 387. Nice. Well, we've done our 2,000 damage. Can we get into the top 3? For XP and damage, I think you have to get into for this completion of this mission 15. He evades us there. He's moving a bit more erratically now because he's moving back and forward. He knows we're targeting him. So I fire blind. And we hit him. Doesn't kill him though. But there was no explosion, so we definitely hit him. Can we get rid of him? Fire. Oh, he's moved forward. Oh, very little splash damage this gun. So you have to pretty much hit them to do any damage. If you land near them, it pretty much does nothing. Splash radius is very small. Fire again. Come on, come on, yes! And we finish him off. Now it's just this ARL V39. Have reviewed the ARL V39. Fantastic gun, but it's on a terrible tank. Has a horrible gun traverse, and you pretty much have to turn your tracks just to every time you want to move your gun. It's pretty awful. But it is a good gun. Don't ever get in front of one of those things. And he is moving quite erratically. I'm having trouble hitting him. We fire blind there, but we miss. I don't know. If we land close enough, we may have done a bit of splash damage. On the downside with this tank, if you're in a game against sort of tier 9s and they're all heavy tanks and hitting the front of the heavy tank, sometimes you do no damage at all because it's just doesn't have a lot of pen, the gun. And can we get any more damage done for this game, or we just is that it? I fire there, but he moves forward. He's moving so erratically. He's doing a good job. Is he going to come back? I reckon he's going to come back. So we'll just... Oh, he's tracked. Perfect. Oh, and someone else gets the kill. Alright, so we've got 2,182 damage on the screen. Let's see if that's what we... So it turned out to be just a class 1 game in the tank, but who cares, because we managed to complete the SPG 15 mission, and this was the mission that actually got me the Stug IV, the tank, because I had completed 3 of those. I think it was the light tank I didn't complete, the light tank mission 15. I got a bit stuck on that, but this won me the tank and the 4 female crew members, who are fantastic, by the way. They're really worth it, those female crew members. And the next screen, we finished in the top 3. We finished 2nd on our team. I don't know. Well, that's an example of, even though we did the most damage on our team, because you're not doing your own spotting, you don't get as much for your damage. So we actually had to do substantially more damage than anyone else to get in the top 3. And the next screen, we fired 24 shots, so you can see it's a very rapid firing SPG, this one. 8 direct hits, 6 splash damage, doing 2,229 damage. Thank you, yay! We damaged 4 vehicles, destroying 2, and 631 assistance damage due to tracking, obviously. And good profit, this tank, good profit. And yeah, so what was it? 834 XP is enough for a class 1 badge in the tank. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope that gives you a bit of help if you're having trouble getting the mission. It's more important to use a tank that will get you high up in the rankings than it is to get one that does a lot of damage, I think. Alright, good luck. Hope you get there.